Hello everyone, my name is Rahul Maurya and today's session I prepared on the SIP protocol and it's a basic understanding of the SIP, right? And I believe these times mainly most of the organizations are moved their infrastructure to the SIP. Service provider are providing the services which were earlier T1, T and E1. Now they have also moved to the SIP. So it's a good time to learn the SIP, how it works, what are the messages, what are the STB, all those things I have covered in this session and maybe later on I will make some more sessions on the SIP is the troubleshooting steps which you can perform or do in your environment in case of any outage, right? So let's begin this session. So SIP, as per some definitions, I will cover some definition and then I will cover the actual scenarios, right? So SIP session is an application layer signaling protocol used to establish, modify, or terminate multimedia communication session over the IP network, right? So whenever anyone call to the far end, right, they have to establish the call, right? And in between the calls, if they are putting call on hold or transferring the calls, that means the modifying the calls, right? And the termination means if there is a disconnection from party A or party B, that means the termination. So that's what SIP works like. It's an application layer protocol, and this is used to establish. I mean, the making the calls, modifying means putting on hold or transfer, and the termination of the media, right? I mean the disconnection of the calls, right? So that's what SIP protocols its works, right, in the network. So SIP sessions can include voice, video, messaging, and other real-time services. SIP is widely utilized in VoIP world and video conferencing and instant messaging applications. Right? These are the definitions, right? So the architecture. So it has some components, right? One is the user agent, proxy server, registrar server, redirect server, or location server, right? So most of the PBXs like Cisco or Avaya or whatever systems you have, most of the components is inbuilt in a one server. We don't have to procure or build proxy server different, register server different, redirect server different. It's actually having one server having these all features, right? So the definition, so let me quickly go through that. So user agent, an endpoint device or application that initiate or receives SIP request. It function as both user agent client or user agent server, right? So for example, if you are making a call from your SIP phone, right, in that case it it's act as a user agent client, right? And you are sending the request to your PBX, and that time PBX act as a agent server. So user agent is the endpoint or an application, right, that initiate or receive the SIP request. Next is the proxy server, act as a intermediately routing SIP request to the appropriate destination. It can also enforce policies and authenticate users, right? So proxy server is where you send the request and it direct to the PBX or other party, right? It also authenticate you that you are valid user, right? And register server, it handles register request from user agent, updating the location database with the user agent's current IP addresses. So it has all the information of your location. Redirect server, direct SIP client to contact an alternate set of URIs providing information about the next hop or hop that a message should take. Location server is maintaining your IP addresses and locations and assisting the SIP request. Right. So these are the components of SIP, right? So you must be having some information of that what exactly users agents do, what proxy server do, redirect server do, like, right? And now the next slide is for the SIP flow. So in SIP there is some set of, I can say, the request and response messages I have mentioned over here. So as per the definition, SIP messages involves a series of request and response messages, right? So whenever you make any calls, you have to send invite message, and your user agent server, in corresponding to your request invite message, it has to respond, and it responds in 100 trying message. And once the far end party received your invite message, it sends the ringing message to your user agent that yes, I have received your request, and you will hear the ring back message on your phone. And 200 OK means confirmed that request has been succeeded, right? That means whatever messages you have sent in invite, like SDP messages, that has been acknowledged and negotiated with the far end party, and then it sends 200 OK. Acknowledge is the recipient of the 200 OK response, and then the bye message is there that terminate the sessions, that if any party had disconnected the calls, you will see the bye message. Cancel any pending request, right? So if there is any request which has not be respond, so you will see the cancel message after certain time, right? Options: queries the capability of the destination user agent. Then register with the user agent with SIP, with a SIP server. So I will cover all of the informations, all of the message in the next slide. They were here, where you will see the calls are initiated from one of the user to the SIP server, and then it goes to the party B. So for example, if this agent, let's say agent A, it's dial any number, right? It means it's sending the invite message to the SIP server. And what SIP server do, it has all the information of the calling party, called party. It sends the invite to the called number, that is agent B, right? And then it's in response of the invite message, it sends the trying message to the agent A. That means yes, I have received your invite message, and I am processing that information to the called number. So right, in in response of the invite, it's sending a 100 trying message, that it's trying to find that user whom you are calling. Okay. And once this agent B received the invite message, their cell phone or their desk phone will ring, and in response to that, it is giving 180 trying message to the SIP server or your PBX, and the same message your PBX is sending to your U or agent A, that yes, that phone is ringing, you will hear the ring back, right? And once everything like in the initial invite, there is a message that is a SDP message that has been shared with the your server or with the far end party, and in response to that, it sends the 200 OK, and in that it negotiated with the protocols and other protocols or the codecs and other informations. Once a negotiation is done, it will send yes, I am okay to connect with you and share the RTP stream. I'm okay with that. So it sends the 200 OK and to the server, SIP server, and same message 200 OK is sent to the far end to you or agent A, that yes, everything is fine. Now you can uh, communicate with each other. So acknowledgement is done from your side to server, and from server side to the called number, right? And after that, RTP streams flow in between the caller A and caller B, right? And once the conversation has been done, if party A disconnect the call, you will see the bye message, right? And it sends the bye message to the SIP server, and SIP server sends the same bye message to the far end party. And in response to the bye message, it's shared the 200 OK, right? So this is the basic call flow of the SIP calls, and here you must be aware of what who has initiated the call, what are the messages, right? And who has disconnected the calls. Here you are seeing that disconnect message is coming from the agent A, right? And in response to that, you are getting the 200 OK. So this is the basic call flow. You must be aware of this, right? And this type of questions may be asked in your interviews if you are preparing for that, and also in the troubleshooting, right? The next slide, this is the here I have shared the information from the Wireshark, right? So this type of this call flow is good, but if you need more information, you have to apply the Wireshark in your call your laptop, or if you are dialing from your Cisco Jabber phone or any soft phone, right? So here you can see that uh, you have initiated one invite message to your SIP server, right? And here SDP is also shared within your invite message, and in the SDP it mentioned that what are the codecs you are going to use or offering. You can see the Opus, G711 ALO, G711 MULO, right? That is what you are sharing with your SIP proxy server. And firstly, you are getting 401 unauthorized, then you are acknowledging that and sending again that same SDP message, right? And then in response to that, you are getting 100 trying. That means your SIP server is trying to identify the called number, right? Once after that, your SIP server is sending the SIP invite message to the far end party and sharing the SDP informations, like someone is calling you with the SDP value of G711, G72, uh, ALO and MULO and GSM. You are getting the SIP 100 trying message from there, and then 100 ringing message, and same 100 ringing message you are sending to your calling party number. Once everything is negotiated, like the far end is agreed with the communication with G711, it sends the SDP message in 200 OK that I am agreeing with G711 codec. So you can start the communication in G711 codec format, right? So you can see over here uh, G7 is negotiated. uh, right, sorry for that. So after that, it sends the acknowledgement, and then RTP stream is established between your calling party, correct, and the called party. So here you can see that you are communicating with G711 MULO, right? And once the communication has been completed, you can see the bye message which is coming from your called number, and then in response to that, your server is sending 200 OK, and same message is going to your calling party, bye and OK, right? So you must be aware of all of the uh, signaling part which I have shared over here, right? Who has sent the invite message, where you are getting that under trying message, ringing message, 200 OK, and all the things, right? So this type of logs, or I can say the Wireshark logs, is helpful for you in case of troubleshootings. Sometimes it happens that some you get the incident like in between the calls my call get disconnected, right? Or there is one way audio in your call. So that time you have to capture the Wireshark information or Wireshark logs, right? So here you can see that invite message is coming from the party A, and that is what it's shared the SDP message that Opus G711 G7 Mulo, and your server has sent only G711 and G11 Mulo to the far end party, right? Sorry. Okay. So if in case if you are seeing any type of audio issue, that means something is wrong with your SDP. Might be you have shared these protocols to the far end party, but far end party is not accepting those codecs, right? So that might be the reason for the one way audio, correct? And if you see there is some issue with the call disconnections, you can see from where you get the buy message, right? So that is helpful in you in the troubleshooting, right? What you can do, you can just capture, you can take you can install the Wireshark in your laptop and make some test calls to your cell phone or maybe some other extension, and capture the logs and analyze what type of codecs you are using in your environment and what type of codecs you are sending to your servers and server is sending to the far end party. So that will be helpful for you to understanding in the SIP world, right? So here's some definition for the SDP, right? So SDP is a session description protocol. It's a text-based format used within the SIP environment to describe multimedia communication sessions. While SIP handles the signaling for initiating, modifying, and terminating sessions, SDP convey the media details necessary for actual exchange of media stream like audio and video, right? So that's what SIP is used for your establishing the uh, signaling part, modifying it, terminating it. But the SDP, it's having all the information of actual media or what codecs are using for audio and the video, right? So how it works in SIP? In SIP, SDP is typically included in the body of invite message and 200 OK, right? If you can see over here in invite message, you can see that SDP is there, right? And 200 OK, you can see the SDP message is there, right? So that's what uh, written over here. And this process follow offer answer model, right? Where one party sends the SDP offer and other party respond with SDP answer and agree with the session parameter, right? So here you can see that this party is sharing the SDP information and other parties acknowledging that as SDP and sharing the response acknowledgement in 200 OK, right? So this type of information you must have if you are preparing for any interviews or preparing for some in-depth knowledge of the SIP world, right? Also very helpful in the troubleshooting, I can say. So SIP message includes lines like this. Let me go to the definition, then we will cover over here. Or sorry. So V stands for the protocol version, which is always 0. O means originator and the session identifier. S means session's name. C is the connection information, the IP address from where this starts. T is for the time. M for the media name and the transport address. And A is the attribute where you can see the information of the codecs, right? V is the version. O is the initiator. So L is, this is the IP address, right, for the originator, right? S is the SDP seminar, or C is the connection. This is the IP address from where the connection has been established. T is the time. M is for the media. It's a audio codec RTP and the sport. And A is your codec version, right? So PCM MULO is used, right? So M is for the media name and the transport address, right? So transport address is this one, and it's a RTP stream, right? Uh, and next is the modifying session with SDP. So SIP allows for session modification using reinvite or update request, which carry a new SDP offer to renegotiate session parameters. This is helpful for scenario like putting a call on hold, change codec, or adding videos to the ongoing audio call, right? For example, if you have initiated one call with, let's say, G711, right, and in between if you need your call to transfer some other party, right, in that case you have to send the reinvite message or update message so that the far end party can negotiate with the updated codecs, right? For example, if you are also including the videos in your sessions, then it will send one new SDP message with the audio video codecs, right? So that's what, in modifying your session you need to update the SDP messages, right? So that's all I have covered in this session. I hope you like these sessions, and I believe this will helpful for you to understand the SIP infrastructure or SIP information, and also help you in troubleshooting, right? And I will create more sessions, and if let me know if you need any information required or any specific topics you need to me to cover on the SIP sessions, or later on I will make some session on the troubleshooting on the SIP sessions. Thank you so much. I hope you like the sessions. Please like and subscribe my channel so that I will create more sessions on SIP, right? Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.